Rochelle, we're constantly being told these days about how supermarket shoppers are shopping around more for their weekly groceries. But this time it's the supermarkets themselves that are shopping around, with Sainsbury's making a big change. Tell us more about it.
Yes, Sainsbury's announced today that it's splitting from its auditor, PwC, or PricewaterhouseCoopers as they used to be known. They've been their auditor for the last 20 years, and as of the end of next fiscal year, they will move their audits over to Ernst & Young.
20 years sounds to me like an awfully long time to be with a single auditor. Is that common in the UK?
It is, definitely, and especially for the big companies. So the Competition Commission actually looked at the big companies in the UK and found that over 67% of them in 2010 had been with their auditor for at least 10 years. A lot of them up to 20 years and more. So it isn't very uncommon.
And you wonder whether that can be a healthy relationship, if there ought not to be a fresh look at the accounts more regularly than every 10 to 20 years or so.
Yeah, the EU definitely pushed along that as well. On the back of the financial crisis, they looked into creating a directive, basically along exactly that lines, to try and promote companies to switch auditors, or to at the very least tender out their process. So we now have rules in the UK, or going to be coming in the next little bit, which will basically require companies to tender their audit every 10 years and to switch it every 20.
And are companies reacting to that yet? Has there been signs that switching is increasing in response to the greater regulatory scrutiny?
Yes, definitely. So in the 10 years up to 2011, there were 40 audits, 40 companies that switched their audit in the big companies. They're the big 350 companies in the UK. There was 46 in the last year alone, so we really have seen quite an increase in it.
It's quite a rate of increase. Well, what do the auditors say about that? Do you think they like being chopped and changed around more often than they used to? I guess not.
Yeah, no, it's definitely created some competition in the market, and there's complaints that saying it's, for big complex businesses, that you're going to lose that business expertise. So someone who's been there 15 or 20 years will know the business inside and out, but you can see that there might also be a downside for independence, and there might also be some risk that just isn't quite the level of scrutiny that a fresh set of eyes and a fresh way of thinking would come in. But in part of the tendering process and the competition, what we're seeing is there are starting to be a bit more creative and thinking, which may be scary, creative accounting, but doing some sort of innovative things in terms of maybe using outsourcing and using technology to actually test completely various things, rather than just sort of doing representational testing and things like that. So it does seem like there is some improvements, and the firms are not pleased about what they lose, but clearly are pleased about the business that they win.
Well, this sort of change and development, I think, can only be a good thing. Rochelle, thanks very much.